fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First play, here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at this Niner defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
First carry now for Alexander Mattison, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And some strong running. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of
this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at... your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Play action now, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Cousins again. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play fake, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Making the catch. This is the tight end Oliver. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the...
And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, and that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. An extra point try now for Moody. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defense breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 40. First down now with that clock rolling. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Oh, he stays out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, boy, we got a stoppage here because Kirk Cousins is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that hadn't been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, but instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find it. Find it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Third and 2. Able to find Gray here.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup makes the 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter down. As he'll punt it away for the second. But how about this? A fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, through to my man Tim Jones.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Sheldon Day coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and friendly partner. It's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
On second down, here's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Here's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete.
A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to get the football back as time will run out.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Up the gut, McCaffrey. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Danny Gray with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And they go with McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he'll go down at the 28. They give him 12 there on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down at the 28.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
And now off to the races down the right right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Addison hauls it in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Madison running left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Now Lance on the option right.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As again, there's still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Osborne. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for San Francisco, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through